Hello, gamers. This is my live reaction to This Is Like a Rouge level, but if it wasn't Dry Lagoon, Security Hall, or Mad Space, very specific IK. Let's check it out. Okay, so first thing off here, it looks like we're probably not getting a very good look at these free pieces up here. I'm gonna let this sit a bit. I'll see if you do it consistently, because sometimes you just mess it up, you know. I do that a lot too. But you're not getting a very look at on the needle. You might be able to see follow the line because that one's a bit easier to spot due to the cycle. But I don't think you're able to see on the needle here. It's pretty far up there. We'll see. Yeah, and on these robots here, I would recommend what you see a lot of people do is they run into this shadow area here. Like basically, they run into and hit the wall before jumping, or maybe as they're jumping, because that means that you'll be in a shadow, which means that the beetle guy won't shoot you with a laser anymore, and that's very handy while you're doing this. So that's just something you can do. Basically just every time. You can practice this movement and get pretty good at it. That's the thing I'll say about that. Oh, wow, we get Red Warrior. Nice. This movement here also, I don't think you really need to, I don't think you need to take this strange line. You can just, what I do is I run between these two pillars and just run along the ground there. Kicking up like this is probably just slow. Oh, got a little slow jump. That was strange. And oh wait, yeah, because we had Red Warrior, so we just read the hint there. That makes sense. You can kick out of that hit there. I got to speed a little bit faster. Okay, yeah, that piece is honestly. I mean, this piece is on a cycle. Like it's forward towards like the right of the room when you first get in here usually, but it's kind of also weird to like swim around in there. So you grabbed it fast enough, probably. Ebon mark's nice. Yeah. So again, with this story movement, I don't know what we're trying to do here with this like dive down thing, but I'll show off what my story movement is in a second. Also, we don't need to check this robot. We don't need to check either of these robots actually, because our piece one is literally right there, staring us in the face. So like, there's just no reason to check it. I mean, these robots aren't like those pieces can't spawn because they're piece twos. So this piece one is way too close. And even if they did spawn, we would get a ping immediately anyways, which would be comical. But they don't spawn because it's way too close. So you don't need to check those with this piece. I'm running for this hint. I wouldn't run for this hint. There's a much closer hint. That's just literally right on your left here. Right before the ledge. You can't really see it, but you can't see it at all. But there's a better hint to grab here, because a lot of times with this piece, your piece 2 is back in red room, so you won't be able to turn around pretty quickly. It's not worth turning around immediately and like going back towards red room. I guess you could greed for that, but that's silly. Just grab this hint here and then prepare to turn around. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, this piece is annoying to grab sometimes. Chipped pedal? Oh, we're running this. I don't think this is the way to run. Because you're on that part of red room, it might. It definitely doesn't break you enough with this movement hiccups though. Generally, after a red room piece 2, you just run towards altar. Unless your piece 1 is an altar. Like off this kind of pattern, you just run towards altar, because a lot of times your piece 3 is in altar, and then a lot of times, the other times it's in green room. So you just keep running, and you can run along the ground, so that's very fast. So generally, just run towards green room. These 3s when you're doing from red room. Oh yeah, this is the other thing. I don't think the starting movement is strange. Actually, let me go talk about mine. This is what I do at the start off. If people do it, different people will do this differently. But this is how I like to do it. Well, I actually turn the camera. You don't have to do that. I like turning and locking the camera. And then I do this, because then you get like, you just get a like fat view. You can see that like, my mouse cursor isn't showing, but like you get a pretty good shot of on the needle right there. That's what I do. You don't have to turn the camera though, but like, you jump in this specific way, and you turn the camera left as you're doing that first jump, because it makes it so that the camera pans like directly up there, and you get like this like pretty long look at the pieces. Like that. And then I just do like a what do I do? Yeah, I just do like a short hop glide off of that. So I guess like without doing the camera movement, I'm going up here, I'm doing this. Oh wait, bad example. I'm going up here, so I guess if I like obviously I'm moving faster, but I can do this and that. So it's just like you're landing on this ledge here, and then doing a short hop. I don't want to keep missing the glide input. Now I'm doing what you're doing, but like just do like a short hop glide off this ledge here. So this is. Sometimes you get cut by that little ledge. But those are some. I'm not warmed up right now, so I'm kind of showing it off badly. But that's approximately what I do. But you definitely want to mess around with that starting movement to get that nice long camera turn up, because that'll allow you to spot those free pieces more reliably. Also with this piece, you don't need to check the robots with this guy. Upgrade room piece ones just are, again, they're just too close to this hallway to spawn these pieces, so you just don't need to check them. Especially this upgrade room piece in particular. I believe the same thing goes for blue room pieces as well. They're just too close, so you don't even need to bother checking them and wasting time with that. Yeah, and for this piece, what I like to do, I actually learned this from, I think it was Lactuous a little bit ago. What I like to do with this piece is do a buffered spiral to get to it. So basically you kick into, what I'm going to do is do kicks going into the weight. I'm going to hit by the weight, and while that's happening, I'm going to buffer a spiral out of the weight. So it's going to look something like this. That was a bad example, but you get the idea. And then, like, as long as you have rings, then you just do that. And also, this is nice because it gives you a hit. It takes you a hit. So if you're death striding off of this, then you're already ready to die. So it's very good. Let's see what you do here. Yeah, and this is the thing about death striding. In story, it's like, it can be good because of the V1 time method. But in times 25s, I would not recommend death striding. At a very top level, you do it just because at the top level, you're high rolling for everything. But if you're just going for threshold or something like that, or maybe like threshold plus, then a little bit farther, then I would definitely not recommend dying here, because deaths cost you like a full 4 or 5 seconds in headquarters. Well, not in headquarters, but from the death animation is timed in times 25. So deaths just take you long, and that's like 4 or 5 seconds is about how long it takes you to just get back to red room anyways. So like, you're not really saving time, and you're risking just not getting a piece in red room, and then you're really sad. I guess we get a piece in red room here, and we do the ping read. Nice. Get the room. Yeah, we have a little bit of funky movement here, but that just comes with time to an extent. This stage is really hard to move around in fast. Okay, that's not a great way to grab this piece. The way I grab this piece, and I learned this from Lactuous as well recently, is actually what you can do is come up here, glide forward to bait the ghost out, and then do a spiral. And that was me doing it very fast. But I'll show it a bit more deliberate here. And then you can, I don't know if that would have made it or not. But, oh wow, that's weird. But like, basically you're going up here, and you're coming up here, you're baiting the ghost out, and then doing a okay, wow. Come on, man. Again, not more. Oh, hey, the piece is here. I guess it worked I guess that glide worked that time. But usually if you like throw yourself right up against the Mystic Melody shrine, then you just grab it. Like that. You just grab it there. So yeah, so basically just, the key is just to glide into that ghost so that you make him come out. And then, but you don't actually get hit by him. What? Okay. Then you gotta glide kind of low to the ground, it looks like. Or else the ghost won't come out. So it's kind of weird. Why should you climb up there, bro? Yeah, you get the idea. Mess around with that. Please, split 4? Red Warrior, nice. We got the good one. You don't need to check for Yellowhead because your piece 1 is literally right there. Though I guess if you didn't know which one was which, then maybe that's what was happening. But it's worth remembering which one is which, so you can grab them faster. And after Red Warrior, I also grabbed this close hint here because you can definitely just get piece 2s back in Red Room. It's really awesome like that. So I do that. I grab this hint. Well, I try to grab this hint to activate hint storage, and then I go to the other one on the far side. So what I mean by that is this. You go up here. Obviously, I'd grab the hint normally. You grab this guy. Come down here. Oh, wait. I should actually demonstrate it with the hint. Duh. So you can actually see the hint storage. I go over here. And yeah, if you normally you might not have a hint by that point, and so you can activate hint storage on it. But I guess I was a little slow because I'm silly like that. But yeah, either this hint will be ready, or you can activate hint storage, and then you just run to that hint, and it'll read it automatically. That's strats from Epi, so that's how you know it's cool. But yeah, that's what I do for that one. Because then you're closer to going to Green Room than you are from this hint. So it's a slight optimization. Oh, we don't know where this piece is. That happens. Middle of the room. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I really wonder how you cooked up this strat where you do like the triple kick into the full jump. Like, I feel like you just do 2 jumps. I don't know. I'm really that's a very interesting strat. Oh yeah, this guy, fun little piece of movement tech for this guy. You don't necessarily have to do this, but you can come down here and do 2 slow jumps to get to this piece, like this. Just a fun thing to keep in mind. Okay. This is relatively normal so far. Yeah, we climbed a little high there, but it's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't go to this. I would not go to this hint. I mean, a lot of times, if your piece 1 is in blue and your piece 2 is in green, a lot of times your piece 3 is gonna be alter. So this hint is better. The other one you took is just like out of your way. It's not on the way to any pieces that you could get. Like, you're not gonna get any piece 3s over there, obviously, because it's dead end. So you should grab this piece, or this hint. And if your piece 3 wasn't an altar, then it would be in Red Room. So you're also running that direction. Or you're just dying. Up to preference. My Egon mark. Again, this is an upgrade piece. We don't need to check these robots. Yellowhead and Red Warrior. Oh, yeah, oops, that happens. Yeah, and again, don't need to die after this guy. It's you can just read a hint and go to your piece too. Okay, and this is a thing. It's worth mentioning. Now, I actually don't do this, so this is a do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. But there is a strat to radar read these green ping piece 2s on spawn. So, for example, you did a jump here and it immediately turned yellow. That means it's on the needle. I remember that much at least. I don't actually do this. I actually am slow and silly, and I grab a hint and stuff. But I just wanted to mention that that's definitely a thing, and it's probably best that you learn that. I just am silly about it. Unfortunately, I also cannot explain that here, so you'll have to ask someone else on the Discord channel. But there's a bunch of people who would be very willing to explain it real quick, or might even be able to find the explanation, maybe, if you search well enough, but I'm not sure. Yeah, green pieces. Oh, there's no reason to turn around here. This is in green room main. You just run through altar for this. There's no reason. You're just because you have to do all these jumps and climbing and everything. Like, it's just slow. You might as well just go through altar room and just run. Also worth noting on this piece 3 that it is on a local cycle, so it starts when this piece loads in, and that basically, I guess, the timing of like when it loads in versus how long it takes you to get to it, it's basically always going to be on the left side here when you enter this room, so you can just jump over to there. I usually jump to like the middle section and like the left of the center, if that makes sense, and then jump at it from there. Head of a condor. This is green. Oh, are we running? Oh, we think it's altar. Okay, yeah. So this one, a quick rule of thumb is that if it says the head of a condor, that's in green. If it's the condor, then it's in altar. It's also consistent with, well, it's also something consistent with in the middle of the room P3. Just remember that the is altar. So the condor is altar. The room is altar. If it's A, then it's the other one. So for a condor, it's green room. For a room, if it says in the middle A room, that's the upgraded one. So maybe that helps. Oh, we got yellowhead. That's funny. Isn't this a set? I think it's like, I want to say it's a check for like either Blackbird or Chalice on the floor. I don't remember. Also, yeah, oops, movement happens. Let's see. Just on the floor, nice. Yeah, but that's obviously not something I'd be expected to necessarily memorize, but that is a nice set. Oh, I saw that. Okay, so I guess your movement lets you follow the line of the wall. Though I'm very skeptical on whether you can see on the wall. And also, oops, yeah, that happens. I'm not really sure what you could do to avoid this. I mean, like, sometimes you just can't jump past. Sometimes the beetle's just in the worst spot and you can't jump past it. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you could have done there, other than just be faster to grab that piece. But yeah, that's annoying. We got Holy Altar on respawn and yellowhead. Dude, what is this reroll? That's actually kind of crazy. What is this reroll? Oh, and for Holy Altar piece 1, the way I like to grab this piece is actually, yeah, if you glide it straight on, you'll just get pushed off of it for some reason. But if you glide in it from like a wider angle, like you kind of glide in like at like this corner, then it tends to break it pretty consistently. So if you go ahead and like this, then that tends to break it somewhat consistently. So yeah. Yeah, we got the piece eventually, and that's a funny reroll, man. What the hell? This again, blue room piece 1. We don't need to check the robots. On a needle, yeah, so this is again where, yeah, our movement just did not allow us to see this piece. Actually, let's check. What could be, was it on our screen? I'll go. I'll just check it. I don't think it was. Oh yeah, we have no chance of seeing that. It was nowhere near on the screen. So yeah, like honestly, like yeah, like just try practicing the opening movement in isolation just a little bit, just so you can see. And then even if you need to, just use like lab mod or something to specifically spawn on the needle and make sure that you can see it. You don't really need to worry about the other one, because if you can see on the needle, it's pretty much guaranteed that you'll also see the other piece 3. Or not the other piece 3, but the other free piece up there. Also, I want to talk about, actually I forgot, I want to talk about this piece we grab after here. Our piece 1 was in blue room, and our piece 2 was in red. So most likely I mean, guaranteed our piece 3 is going to be in altar or green. I don't think like Dark Sonic is going to be an option here. Dark Sonic blue, that is. So you just want to read, I'd rather read the hint down here to your left, the one you read on spawn, like for your piece 1. It'd be better to read that one, because a lot of times you're going to be in altar, so running all the way forward here and running this hint is going to put you farther away from altar. As it worked out and that you weren't, it didn't really put you farther away from your piece directly, though generally also running through altar is fast for green room anyways. So this time it kind of worked out, I guess. I still wonder if that would have been faster to run through altar, but it's going to be, in general, it's going to be better to grab this hint over on the left here, this side, instead of the one in red hallway. That one's just too out of the way. Condor. Yeah, same stuff I talked about earlier. Also, why are we not checking for the foreman? We should be checking for the foreman with a lot of these piece ones. Anything in green? Well, like, I mean, obviously in 1024, only certain green pieces can spawn the foreman. But in general, it doesn't really take time to check it, so like you should just check this guy. So you can just glide like into this like beam here, and you'll kill this guy generally. Sometimes you miss him and it's fine, because he's probably not there. But you generally want to glide into this beam here, and you'll kill this enemy, because sometimes there can be a piece 2 in there, and it's really cool. Just saying, no, in case you didn't know. I don't know if you've never gotten that piece before or something, but in case you, yeah. Oh, why are we not? Are we death stratting? Why are we not death stratting? You should like always be death stratting after green pieces. Blue room pieces, it's like, okay, maybe you don't death strat. But like in 1025 especially, but in green room, like you just death strat green room pieces. There's like no way you don't death strat. So this is not something I understand. Because now we're running all the way around. We're running all the way from green room back to red room, which takes ages. And then we're running all the way back to altar again. And it's like, it's not good. So just death strat your green pieces. Okay, so now we're death stratting. Okay. We get it. Yellow ping. And we read the hint for this. So yeah, we don't need to read the hint for this guy, because a lot of times it's very quick to just radar read for these pieces. So the radar read route for yellow ping piece 2s on spawn is you start here. If it's red, then you know it's first place you landed. Awesome. Oh, nice electric shield. That wasn't even the correct minute for that, I don't think. But yeah, so if it's red on spawn, you just go grab the electric shield. And then if it's not there, which it probably won't, then you can buffer a spiral while you're spawning in. If it turns red at the top of your spiral, then you know that it's Gorilla's hideout or whatever it's called. So that's those two. If it's not, if it doesn't turn red, then you glide backwards. If it turns red while you're gliding backwards, then you know it's Blue-Eyed Eggman. But alternatively, it can also, while you're gliding backwards, turn green. If it turns green, then that tells you it's sleeping under a coffin. Or I don't read the hint for these things a lot of times, so I don't, because I just don't read them, so I don't remember exactly what it's called. But if it turns green, then you know it's sleeping under a coffin. Ignore my accent on dig, and you can just go and grab that. But if you get to here, you turn back, it's still yellow. Then you go over to here, or maybe you cut like more towards here. If it starts pinging red around this piece, then it's this one, and you just grab it. Nice extra life. If it's not there, then you don't read that hint. What am I doing? Go backwards. Then you run up here. If it turns red like really fast when you're going up here, you know it's between two furnaces. If it pings red a little bit later or isn't, there, then you know it's Owen Chown Eggman. And then if you get to the very end of this chain and it has not, and you have not had a red ping yet, then it's all the way up here in Skull's room, and you're really sad about that. And that's the flowchart. So you check for a red ping here. Check for a red ping at the top of this spiral. Check for a red ping or a green ping here. Go over here, check for a red ping. Go over here, check for a red ping. Go over here, and then if it's not any of those places, then you know it's all the way up here at Skull's room. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, and the issue there is that I guess it worked out this time, but the issue with this is that we didn't have a piece. We didn't have a hint immediately. So if our piece 3 was in blue room, we would have been really sad because we can't read a piece. We can't read our hint until now. Also for this piece, I generally climb up onto this pillar. I run under and grab on and jump onto this pillar because then it's about here. You can just jump into it. There's also the stupid snake jump thing, but don't do that. Also, like, do a climb animation cancel here. Like, jump at the top and glide. So you skip this climb up animation. I don't know if you've been doing those, but now you know. Oh, another thing we can check for is snake flame. So you don't necessarily have to do this. But in times 25, it can be pretty worth it. Is check for snake flame. So what you do here is... Oh, I loaded a save state. So you go up here, jump into this guy, and then I turn the camera to the right and use my hover frames, and then I glide to this guy. So the idea there is that you can turn, you can spot snake flame in this corner here. And that's, if you don't, just so you're not aware, in case you're not aware, it's right here, in this corner here. So what you can do is jump and hold, and then, okay, actually hitting the camera trigger while pressing my left bumper, or right bumper is kind of hard. But you jump and hold, and then you can look around for that guy. It takes pretty minimal time. Sometimes you get shot on the way to Red Warrior, and that's fine. But that's something you can do to check for that piece. Because if you get that piece free, it can also be really powerful. That's especially potent with Life Sentence, piece 1. If you get Life Sentence piece 1, then in 1024, then 100% check for Snake Flame Exposed, because it's like... It's very common for whatever reason with that piece 1, just by chance. Also, we should be taking a hit on the way to this piece 1. Either if we don't take it on the robots in Red Hallway, then you should take a hit on like this guy right here. so that we can die really fast. You can just fly in this flame or even fly into the robot down here to die really fast after this piece one. Okay, yeah, same thing I talked about before, but there's a better way to read these. Or there is a way to read them. I'm not ready to read them right now. Play ball about the mouth. Yeah, I can do a clap animation cancel. Also, the way I prefer to I grab this piece is, let me restart. The way I like to grab this piece is by, and this is another lactose one, is jumping onto this pillar and then gliding across. Sometimes you get hit by the flame. It's kind of annoying like that. But that works a little bit more consistently for me. You can go like to the left a little bit, and you'll grab this piece. And it's a bit safer, I think, too. On the way everywhere, so yeah, again, we don't need to check these hallway pieces. So I think with some of these piece ones in like Upgrade and Balloon, you can get Snake Flame. I might be wrong on that. I think there's some of them. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, yeah, actually, I'll more repeat myself again. Here we don't get a piece. Yellowhead, yeah. So again, so also this is another situation where if you're death stratting on this kind of stuff. Wait. Oh, you got Yellowhead after a... Wait, you got Yellowhead after an upgrade piece one. Wait. Oh, that's funny. Wait, I need to check something. 1 second. Okay, I apologize for the misinformation earlier. You only need to... You need to not check for Yellowhead and Red Warrior on the close blue room pieces, like Quiet Place, Full Scale Hexagonal Ceiling. These ones cannot. This is Nier's headquarters sheet saying which pieces to check with each P1. You don't need to check it with these close ones, but you can get it with Red and Silver, Stonewalls, and Life Sentence, but only Yellowhead, not Red Warrior. And then 6 Eggman Marks, I guess, can also spawn Yellowhead. So I guess I apologize for doing that. The other upgrade room piece ones, you can't get any free pieces off of. So just don't check it with upgrade room, but the other ones. But 6 Eggman Marks, I guess it's just slightly farther away, so it can spawn Yellowhead. So there you go. Apologize for this information. But also on this guy, so because we're dying here, we can actually, well, I guess, actually, because it's a blue room one piece, this doesn't apply, because the only one you can get there is like Yellowhead and Snake Flame. But if this was a green room piece, I just want to talk about this. If you had like a green room piece one, then what you can actually do here is, well, off of green piece one, there's the only piece two that isn't forward from here is Fear of Heights in Alter Room. So if it's not that one, which it usually won't be, then what you can actually do is if you don't get a ping in Red Room, you just go straight forward without reading a hint and try to catch a ping over here. So if it pings really quickly, you know it's one of the Snake Flames. But then you can also, if it starts pinging around somewhere in this hallway, you know it's Yellowhead. If it pings a little bit later, it might be Red Warrior, or it could even be two different pairs of different like legs or whatever they're called. So that's something you can kind of do if you're times 25. I don't necessarily recommend doing that, but sometimes in times 25, it makes sense. There's an argument you can make for this. In story, I would never do this. I would just die again. But in times 25, dying takes several seconds per death, so it's actually understandable to just glide forward here and try to. Wow, I can't do that moving correctly. And and a lot of times, if your piece isn't in red, it will be in red hallway. And if it really isn't red hallway, then it might be in blue room. I don't know if any of those can spawn. But you just read a hint at that point. If you don't get a ping in this hallway, just read this hint right here. But yeah, this off a green ping. Off a blue piece, or off of a green room piece. Off of a blue room piece, you can get green room piece 2s. So you would not do this. You just die again. which is why death stratting blue room pieces kind of sucks in patch 25. Hopefully that made sense. If you have questions again on any of this, just let me know. Ask me Discord or whatever. I guess we do know about the climb animation cancels. At least there. We just weren't doing it in other places for some reason. I'm kind of confused. I want to turn the game, this down. I wonder if it's too loud. I hope it wasn't covering me up too much. If it is, then I apologize. But unless it's that bad, I don't feel like re-recording this. Okay, cool. Got this piece. Go to life sentence. Okay. I guess we go back through here. Yeah, we don't need to check these piece 2s because we already know what our piece 2 is, and it's not that one. Oh, and also with this guy, you don't need to use the rocket here. You can actually just like kick at the crate, and you can kick right through it and hit the enemy and take the piece. Just saying, so you know. There's no need to activate this rocket. Also, wow, that beetle was just the worst spot. School message, nice. And again, it's going to be on the left of the room, so what I do is actually, it's a good time for me to show this. But I do when I'm entering this room. If I'm entering this angle, I jump onto this pillar and climb up, and then it's about in front of me when I get to the top of there. Yeah, you can see that. By the time you climbed up, it was around here. Closing off the crack. Again, should check for foreman. This is another situation where you generally... Also, if you check for foreman, then it will naturally... Like, you can take a hit on either the beetle, but ideally take a hit on one of the robots here. And then if you get the foreman, then you'll dodge these rings down here. And you don't have 0 rings, which is great because we want to die after this piece. But even if you messed up and you grabbed rings accidentally somewhere, then you can just take a hit on this robot or the other robot, so that you can die really fast off of this piece 1. Okay. Let's see if we get alter again, or if we get blue. Yeah, we got Dark Sonic Blue. So this is a situation where we get punished for taking a hint for our Red Room Piece 2 because it's just we don't get to read a hint until we're already in Alter Room. And so that's really unfortunate. Okay. Doing what we've been doing, which I've already talked about. Yeah, again, take a hit on the way to the piece, so we don't have to worry about this shenanigans. Yeah, slow room. Okay, this is like the one case where grabbing a hint might save time. But, it's 1 out of how many pieces, so it's just not worth it. Again, do the clamp animation case. 6 evan marks. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like, obviously, I told you before to practice the opening movement, but like, don't do it this big of a hop. Do a short hop, because then you don't have to do this, like, try to dive down to get to the ground faster. I think, like, honestly, like, this whole dive down to get to the ground faster thing has probably lost you more time in this run than it has saved on the times you got it correctly. Because it just doesn't save that much time. family. Yeah, again, grab different hints. In this situation, this is something where you can debate dying. In story, I would have definitely died just because running from green to red is just such a slow thing to do. But also dying isn't great either, because a lot of times you die and then go to altar, but sometimes it can be worth it because you'll respawn into a red room piece 3, so you can debate dying there, or even maybe take a hit preemptively before grabbing your piece 3, or before you're grabbing your piece 2, just in case you do need to die for it, because you could get a red room piece 3. Just grab a bug. You don't need to check for this. You don't need to check this robot if you have a green ping here. Obviously, yellowhead, you don't know which one it is, so you should check it. But now you have a green ping, so you can just go straight for it. You don't need to check this guy, because it's too close to spawn this guy. This guy also, you can just do a spiral from here. You can just line yourself up at the base of this pillar shadow and just spiral up. Let's see. Skull message. Okay, nice. Yeah, that one was played pretty decently. Also, a thing to note when you're coming at this piece from here. So when you're coming at this piece from here, when it loads in the pieces above you here. So what I actually do is I do a slope jump. Some people also do a slope jump and then they spiral off of this ledge, kind of like you would do for bugs bugs on patrol in Death Chamber. I can't get that consistently because I kind of need a specific spot for it. So I just do 2 slope jumps and then the camera pans around and I can just glide into the piece. So actually, I can demonstrate that, I guess. So if I'm coming from like this direction, then I can go here and do it. Oh, I hit the flame. But I'm coming from this direction, then I can do a slip over here, and then and then I can grab the piece like this. So I was trying to think about this different ways to grab this piece, but if you grab this right wall right here, the piece is already moving the other way. So you're just not putting yourself close to the piece. It's already on the other side. So definitely go somewhere besides there. Definitely. That's for sure. Three hands. Oh. Yeah, also actually because you just got yellow head piece 2, you don't need to check red warrior piece 2 because you already have your piece 2. It's just small things. Let's see, what's this? Is this like... This is the silly set, right? Yeah, it's the silly set! Glowing hieroglyphics. I love this one. This one's very cool. Yeah, that's a... You could grab that piece a little bit faster, but that's a decent way to get it. I won't overanalyze that too much. It's okay. Armature black. Again, upgrade room piece. Close upgrade room piece, especially. You don't need to check these, but I said that already. Don't need to die here. If I said that. We got the re- Wow, the fact we got rerolls is crazy. Are we gonna get another altar room piece? Or are we gonna get... Oh wait, no. Piece 1 is in blue. Such upgrade, so... We just go towards altar room here. Yeah, nothing I haven't said before. Or pillars. Oh, nice. Nice spotting this guy. And similar thing, this guy's on the left when it loads in, so you can climb on like one of these other pillars or do the slope jump thing. But we don't need to go all the way to the other side there because it's going to be moving away from us by the time we get there. Okay, yeah, a little bit of confusion on where this piece is, I think. Yeah, there's just we don't need to die. We don't need to do this. Like yes, we have our piece 3 already, but as you may know, piece 3. Well, I guess actually I don't know if you know, but your piece like the piece generation goes sequentially. So it picks a piece 1, then generates piece 2 based on that, then generates a piece 3 based on those two. But if you grab them out of order, it doesn't like it's not like it that affects the spawning for piece 1 or 2. You can see this if you look at like any like hunting M1. They always grab things, except for the exception of like Meteor Herd. They grab things 3, 2, 1 because you can grab your piece 3, die, grab your piece 2, die, grab your piece 1, and have them all, and like it won't affect the spawn logic. So you can get them all close to each other. So in this case, I would still just die off this green room piece 1 because the game will only be looking at your piece 1 for generating your piece 2. So it'll be so, and you know, generally when you get a green room piece 1, you get a lot of times a red room piece 2. So you can just play it as if you don't even have the piece 3 already. Head of a condor. Nope. Oh, yeah, we thought it was green, then we thought it was altar, then we think it's green again. I will say, if you make this mistake, if you're already running towards the altar one, just keep running that way to get to green room. Because two things. One, it's just going to be faster because you're already like part of the way towards it instead of double backing and then starting another one. Also, it's just fast to get to green room from this direction. Then like, well, faster than jumping. Then it's going to be faster from going to green room from this point. Back in red room, you want to go the other way, and because free pieces. But also, you can check for free piece 3s in Altar and New Game Plus. So you might get bailed out with those. So I'd say if you make this mistake, just keep going. Oh. Lol. Is this the same Chow on the floor set from before? I think it might be. Unless that's only a 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. I don't remember. Okay, it's the same set. Let's see. Is that a confirm? It should be on this. Oh, it's a 1 and 2. That's funny that we got it twice. Pyramid square. I talked before about the buffered spiral thing you can do. Let's see what we get. Again, we're gonna die here, even though we really shouldn't. But dark room. We should just die. We should. You can also. You can just off of a blue room piece. You can just die as soon as you. As soon as you don't see a ping, you probably just die. In this case, just jump. Just you know, jump off this slope and jump into the flame. You don't even need to read a hint for that. But again, in story mode, I don't recommend doing that for upgraded blue room piece 1s. This guy, yeah, I guess we can grab that hint. I think it makes sense to grab this hint, but I would have just run and grabbed this hint in the middle of the hallway here because our piece 1 was in blue and our piece 2 is in red. So I don't think it's likely or even possible that we can get a blue room piece 3 from here. Maybe you could get Dark Sonic Blue. I don't know. You can check the combo sheet, I suppose. But it's very unlikely, so I would just greed for this. But maybe that's spawnable. And so you can say that one, you know, is between the two. Not sure, though. But I'd probably just greed for Altar Room, because most likely our pieces in Altar are green, and so we want to run that way. That's the fast way to get towards those pieces. Go ahead. It's not the good one. It's never the good one. And again, sometimes, learning which one is which. Yellowhead is the one on the lower slope. Red War is always the one on the higher ledge. So learning that can help you. And also you can see it's not red here. So you can actually, even if you just still have rings, you can take a hit on Red Warrior and then go down to Yellowhead to die faster. And also, again, die on these pieces. Like, this is just, like, generally, it's just worth to die on these guys. Because you're basically guaranteed to get a piece in Red Room or Red Hallway off of a green hallway piece 1. The only exception is if you get Fear of Heights piece 2, which is, sad, but it's like 1 in 10, 1 in 15 or something. I don't know how many piece 2s are in this stage. But it's quite a few. And let's see the last split here. Take Edmund marks. Nice piece to end it off with. Let's see what we can get with it. Oh, I thought we were going to die there. That would have been really tragic. 100% rings. Okay. Everyone has traps. Yeah. It's just an unfortunate set. I would have prepared for a death by taking a quick hit on like a robot or a flame or something, because like these kind of situations, there are several piece 3s in Red Room, so that's something where you can potentially just take a hit early so you can die on that. But even then, in time 25 doesn't save that much time because deaths are just timed. Anyway, so yeah, that was the run. I think overall you're making decent progress with like learning everything. I think the main things to focus on, it seems, are, well, I guess let's break it down by, I guess, categories. On just general movement, well, first of all, definitely practice the starting movement and getting that free piece check on the needle. That's the big thing I think you should learn. Also, to climb animation cancels. You don't want to do that animation where you climb up to the top of a wall because that's really slow. So make sure to do that jump off to skip that animation. What else? Checking free pieces when you don't need to. You don't learn when you need to check those Yellowhead and Red Warrior pieces, and don't do them when you don't need to with close blue room and close upgrade room pieces. Let's see. Oh yeah, radar reading. Learn the flowcharts. Definitely learn the yellow ping piece 2 flowchart. That's for sure, because that's really nice. The green ping, probably should learn that too. Again, I'll have to ask someone about that because I don't remember. I don't know it off the top of my head. But yeah, I'll probably also learn that one because it's pretty useful for the 4 green ping pieces. But yeah, and then anything else I'm forgetting to mention here, I mentioned earlier. So yeah, hopefully this gives you some stuff to go off of, and hopefully it is helpful. Let me know if you have any more questions, or feel free to ask other people as well, because everyone is very willing to help, as you probably know. So yeah, I'll stop yapping. Hope this helps. Yeah, happy hunting.